What if beauty could kill? What if the very aesthetics designed to uplift and delight harbored an insidious danger, slowly eroding life from within the walls of your own home? This isn't a modern paranoia, but a chilling reality from a bygone era. Our story begins with this unassuming fragment, a piece of wallpaper, faded yet still vibrant from a Victorian home. Look closely at its intricate pattern, the deep, rich green that once promised elegance and status. It is beautiful, yes, but it is also a silent testament to a forgotten peril, a dark secret held within the very fibers of its design. This particular sample, unearthed during a careful restoration, whispers of a past that many chose to ignore. It isn't just a decorative item, it's a historical document, a material witness to an era caught between technological marvel and profound ignorance. For decades, wallpaper just like this adorned countless homes across Europe and America, its alluring hue casting a pall over the lives lived within its embrace. To understand its story, we must first understand the journey of its notorious color. The color in question, a brilliant emerald green, was known as Scheele's green. It was first synthesized in 1775 by the Swedish chemist Carl Wilhelm Scheele, a true pioneer in his field. Scheele was interested in creating a stable, vibrant green pigment. What he discovered was a copper arsenite compound, a color of unparalleled intensity that quickly captured the imagination of artists, dyers, and eventually manufacturers. Its creation marked a leap in color technology, offering a richness that natural dyes simply couldn't achieve. By the Victorian era, Scheele's green was everywhere. The burgeoning Industrial Revolution made mass production possible, and this eye-catching pigment found its way into everything from clothing and children's toys to artificial flowers, and most notably, wallpaper. The Victorians loved its dazzling intensity. It brought a touch of nature's vitality indoors, brightening dim rooms lit by gaslight. It was affordable, fashionable, and seemed perfectly aligned with an age that celebrated progress and elaborate aesthetics. Homes that featured this vivid green were considered modern and stylish.
This widespread adoption of arsenic-laced products, particularly in domestic spaces, reveals a fundamental tension of the Victorian age. On one hand, you have this insatiable drive for innovation, for new materials, for brighter colors that would democratize aesthetics. On the other, a profound lack of understanding or concern for the long-term biological consequences. It's not that people wanted to poison themselves, but the allure of progress, combined with the profitability of new products, often outpaced rigorous safety considerations. The very idea of consumer safety, as we understand it, simply wasn't established.
But the beautiful green held a dark secret. Arsenic, the key ingredient, is a potent poison. In a humid Victorian home, the arsenic in the wallpaper could react with mold or moisture, releasing toxic gaseous compounds into the air. Slowly, subtly, families began to fall ill. Symptoms were often vague and wide-ranging: nausea, headaches, fatigue, skin lesions, chronic coughs, and digestive problems. Often these were dismissed as common colds, bad air, or simply the general maladies of urban life. The link to the walls was for a long time unthinkable. As early as the 1840s, a few perceptive physicians began to suspect a connection. They observed patterns of illness in homes adorned with green wallpaper, and noticed symptoms improve when families moved or removed the offending decoration. But their warnings were often met with skepticism, even ridicule. One physician, Dr. H.C.A. Meyer, wrote in 1840, "Cases of sickness and even death have been repeatedly observed in rooms with green wallpaper. Yet the powerful wallpaper manufacturers, with significant economic interests at stake, vehemently denied any danger. They dismissed the claims as unfounded, illnesses to everything but their profitable products. The turning point came with scientific breakthroughs in toxicology. The development of tests like the Marsh test, refined in the 1830s, allowed scientists to detect minute traces of arsenic. Researchers like Dr. Alfred Swain Taylor in England, and later the Italian chemist Bartolomeo Cosio, began applying these methods to domestic environments. They collected samples of air, dust, and even the wallpaper itself, proving unequivocally that arsenic was not only present, but was volatilizing into the breathable air. The beautiful green was beyond doubt a poison. Armed with irrefutable evidence, public awareness slowly began to shift. Medical journals published articles detailing cases, and pamphlets were distributed warning householders. Even popular satirical magazines like Punch began to feature cartoons depicting the dangers of green wallpaper. One 1862 Punch cartoon titled The Deadly Decorator showed death painting a wall green. Slowly, the aesthetic appeal of Scheele's green was overshadowed by its sinister reputation. Yet despite the growing scientific consensus, manufacturers resisted, arguing that the arsenic was fixed and harmless, or that ventilation was the real issue.
The story of arsenic wallpaper isn't just a tale of scientific discovery. It's a profound lesson in how society grapples with unseen threats, particularly when powerful economic interests are involved. What the popular retelling often overlooks is that there wasn't a sudden, universal aha moment. Instead, it was a prolonged, often bitter battle. It reveals how industries can be resistant to change, how public health concerns can be sidelined by profit, and how the burden of proof often falls on the sick, not on the producers of potentially harmful goods. It forces us to ask, how many similar unseen dangers are we still living with today?
Eventually, however, the tide turned. It wasn't through a sweeping legislative ban in most places, but a gradual decline in popularity. Safer, non-toxic green pigments became available, changing public taste, and an increased public understanding of the danger slowly pushed arsenic green out of fashion. Wallpaper manufacturers, facing consumer backlash and mounting evidence, eventually stopped using arsenic in their products. The era of the silent killer wallpaper began to draw to a close, not with a bang, but with a slow, deliberate fade. Today, this fragment of wallpaper stands as a tangible link to a darker chapter of domestic history. It reminds us that beauty can be deceptive, and progress unexamined can carry unforeseen costs. The silent killer in the walls of Victorian homes is a stark reminder that the comforts and aesthetics we surround ourselves with are not always benign. Its story is woven into the very fabric of how we came to understand environmental health and consumer safety, laying groundwork for future protections. The story of arsenic wallpaper is more than just a historical footnote about a toxic pigment. It is a powerful allegory about the invisible dangers that often accompany human innovation and our enduring struggle to reconcile ambition with responsibility. It teaches us that vigilance is a timeless virtue, and that the seemingly benign elements of our everyday lives may in fact hold secrets we are yet to uncover. In a world constantly chasing the next great thing, the quiet beauty of a deadly green reminds us to always look beyond the surface for the truths that truly matter.